I'd like to thank Loblaws for donating all the food. I'd like to, yeah, give him a hand. I'd also like to thank Sir Daryl Bartroff for volunteers tonight and everyone who's a part of this wonderful night. And mostly all of you, I would just like to thank you all for coming out. There's a few new faces in the crowd and then a few familiar ones. And I've got to meet a couple of really amazing people tonight. And for those who don't know me super well, this is my third World Championships that I'm going to be going to. I've been to 2 in the past 5 years or so. And through the past 2 World Championships I've gone to, I've accumulated about 6 world medals, 3 of them gold and 3 of them silver. Wow. And I'm leaving it in May, and I'm aiming for 2 more gold medals. That's the goal. Woo! TaeKwondo has brought a lot of joy into my life. It's not just a sport for me. It's a way of life, and I've gotten to do a lot of cool things. I got to meet amazing people through Barhaven and throughout the whole world now. I've gotten to train every day and do what I absolutely love more than anything. And I've gotten to have a whole bunch of different experiences. I got to travel, and one of the things that I've gotten to do now is share my journey with other people, and kind of make some sort of difference and pay it forward for the people that have helped me along the way. And without people like you, it wouldn't be possible. So thank you so much for all your support and your help. And one of the things, I don't know if you guys noticed at the back, it's up here now. It's a kind of half flag, half banner. So my last World Championships was in Spain, and I was competing in 5 events. And one of my events, it actually got, I'd gone through all the preliminary rounds, and I made it into the finals. And I expected to, go and do my final match, win, be excited, and then that would be the day. But I get there, I walk into the ring, and then all of a sudden the ring shuts down. And they're like, hold on, we're gonna do your division later. And I was like, okay, I don't know what that means. 3 hours later, I find out that my finals was gonna be showcased as part of the opening ceremonies of the whole entire World Championships. I had about an hour's notice for this. You can imagine how stressed I was. And so opening ceremonies start. For some reason, we do opening ceremonies on day 2. Kind of weird, but beside the point. So it was part of the opening ceremonies. And so we walked in, just like the Olympics, all the national teams go in. It's a sea of colors and teams and countries and passion. And they start the opening show. And so basically what this looks like is all the lights are completely turned off. The stands are packed with thousands of people. And then on the floor, just like the Olympics, it's every single competitor. And then at the top, in the middle of the whole entire stadium, think of the Canadian Tire Center, essentially that. In the middle, there's an elevated ring about 6 feet above the ground. And then behind the ring, there's all the grandmasters around the world that know TaeKwondo like the back of their hand.
I was one of them.
And then on the other side, it was the whole entire panel and committee of the International TaeKwondo Federation. Other than that, it's pitch black, and surrounding the ring are spotlights. And so the opening ceremony is about like an hour and a half of shows and music and excitement. For that hour and a half, I was in the other side of the gym, in the pitch black, in the staging area, and I had to deal with my own thoughts for a good while. And went to my dad and said, I'm freaking out. I'm really, really struggling here. And he said, why are you nervous? And I was like, well, did you look out there? Because that's pretty terrifying. I don't know about you. And he said, no, this is what you've always wanted. This is the final moment that you get to share who you are through what you do. This is your time. It happened for a reason. And I was like, oh, that makes it so much better, thanks, of course. My nerves were gone. And actually, it helped a lot. My perspective completely changed. And so I drew a happy face on my hand, and all my coaches looked at me like I had 4 heads. And that was my way of just being, enjoy the moment, take it all in. And so started up, I got onto the big ring, pitch black. I couldn't see anybody, but I could hear countries cheering for the other country, which was comforting. It's Puerto Rico, they're pretty enthusiastic. And so, when you're there, all of a sudden, I get moments like this with all of you. And but when I get to the World Championships and you're standing in the ring, you're alone. Like, there's nobody there to support you and be like, hey, you're gonna do a good job. You're completely alone against Puerto Rico, who wants to kill you. And so what happened was, before at this kind of event, everybody had signed a huge flag for me. And so all of a sudden I'm about to start, and all I hear is, go Kayla! And I turn around, and it's not the Loblaws bar hailing. That would have juiced me. It was something like this. And this is a new one, and so I've changed it up a little bit. It's for my close family and friends, but it's also just every single person that I've gotten to meet and that has supported me. And so whenever I'm competing, even though I feel alone in the ring, I realize that I'm not. And I have all of you right with me, and I have you supporting me and lifting me up. So if you guys are wanting to, I would adore it if you guys would all sign the flag, and then you guys could come to Italy with me. So yeah, you can sign that. Thank you again. I hope you guys enjoyed the food, the night, the company, and I look forward to talking with more of you. And thanks again for sharing the journey with me.